Some of you may be waking up because you just got that alert on your phone. We now have that hurricane warning in effect. 125 miles per hour, a very strong Category 3 hurricane, moving to the north at 12 miles per hour. Now, still kind of a question mark where it's exactly going to be making landfall, but models are starting to zone in just to the north of Southwest Florida. So it's all about that angle of approach, and that's what we're talking about, the differences between Irma as well. I know that you've been bringing up Irma a couple times. These are going to be some of the cells that we're going to have to keep our eyes on. You see these pinks and the purples? Those are going to be the ones that have that quick spin. That's where we're going to be seeing a couple of those isolated tornadoes. We're going to be picking up a lot of that rainfall offshore, closer to the center, upwards of 10 plus inches, closer to the coast, anywhere from upwards of 8 inches, a little bit less as you head further inland. So again, like I mentioned, here's Ian down over Cuba, but here's that front that's just to our north. So we're squeezed right in the middle of that, seeing all of that rainfall already. We are just now getting started. Again, if you're just now waking up, we have a strong Category 4 offshore. Ian is going to be making landfall later on today, and we're going to start to see those hurricane force winds as we get later on this morning. So like you were showing into Naples, seeing just sheets of rain being pushed across the area right now, seeing those tropical storm force winds, even hurricane force gusts across the area, even into Fort Myers, Punta Gorda, seeing some really heavy gusts upwards in Punta Gorda as well. Now, Jim, you just brought us through some of the timings of what we're going to be seeing, that eye wall starting to push onto some of our coastal communities here really in the next hour, 30 minutes or so. We're going to be seeing this throughout the entire day. So I want to bring you hour by hour. So again, in the next hour, going to start to see some of those heavier winds start to push on shore. But then you have to think on the backside of the eye wall as well. Yes, we're going to start to see a little bit of calming once we get into the afternoon as it starts to push on shore, but then you get that second round here in Southwest Florida. Now, our worst case scenario is a large, slow-moving storm making landfall to the north. That's exactly what Ian is going to do. Anywhere upwards of 9 to 12 feet of surge in the 10,000 islands, up to 3 to 6, all the way up to Tamiami there. As we head into Lee County looks like we're going to be getting the worst of that storm surge. You see all of that pink, that purple there, anywhere upwards of 15 feet of surge. Again, it's not just the beaches, it's not just the coast. That water is being pushed up the rivers as well. So that's going to continue into Charlotte County. About evacuating outside anymore, if you haven't evacuated, if you're starting to see the floodwaters starting to rise quickly, it's going to be evacuating up into some of those higher elevations into your home, because yes, this is going to be a serious situation into the next hour or so, pushing on shore with those hurricane force winds. Now, of course, we're going to be seeing those stronger winds where Ian exactly makes landfall, and really right now that's still looking like Lee, Charlotte, and like what Lauren just said as well, just slightly to the north of Southwest Florida. So the smaller the better. If you can go out to your garage, if you have a helmet, that's going to be a good idea as well. You want to treat this like you would a tornado warning, but on top of that, we're going to be seeing those winds sustained for a long period of time. Yeah. Very big wind field from Nicole. Already starting to see some of those gustier winds, tropical storm force conditions already on the East Coast. So let's get you an overview of what we're seeing right now. Tropical storm Nicole, right on that borderline of hurricane strength. We're going to get the next update at 7 a.m. But sustained winds right now, 70 miles per hour, moving to the west-southwest at 13 miles per hour. Now, what has actually changed as of the 4 a.m. advisory? That cone has shifted just a little bit more to the south. But our impacts are still going to be the same. We're still going to be seeing those gusty conditions throughout really the entire day, especially into the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. Now, really starting to bubble up right in the center there. So that's showing that Nicole is strengthening just to the east of the Bahamas, moving to the west-southwest at around 13 miles per hour. Now, as of the 4 a.m. advisory as well, pretty much all of Southwest Florida except for Collier County under that tropical storm warning. That's that blue color that you see there. That means tropical storm conditions are expected. Well, it's this high pressure that we've been watching over the last couple of days. Once that starts to push off towards the east, that's going to allow Nicole to make that westward turn later on this morning. And so once we get into the overnight hours, Nicole just skirting to the north of Southwest Florida, and that's going to continue through the morning hours Thursday. Still some leftover rain, but really starting to settle things down. You lessen that closer and closer you get towards the coast. Now, Collier County, remember, you're not in that tropical storm warning, but we're still going to be pretty breezy out there this afternoon, anywhere from 20-30 mile per hour gusts, and for most of southwest Florida, going to be in that 40 mile per hour range. As of the 3 a.m. update, Nicole has made landfall just to the south of Vero Beach, and it's bringing a lot of rainfall across southwest Florida. Now, so it's going to be in and out. This is not going to be like Ian when it just crawled across Florida. This is going to be moving pretty quickly. So as we get to the late part of the morning hours, just a couple showers left over. The heaviest of showers is going to be all the way up towards the northern part of the state, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, even down into Tampa. But again, we're just going to have a couple of these leftover showers right now, and it's almost stalling out because you got to think when Nicole was pushing on shore, we had that wind out of the northeast, but now that it's starting to shift a little bit more towards the northwest, those winds are starting to backtrack a little bit, so it's almost stalling out, not moving as fast as what we were seeing about an hour, 2 hours ago.
Nicole just downgraded to a tropical storm.
Yeah, still a strong tropical storm, though. Still sustained winds 70 miles per hour, but those winds all the way up towards the north of where the center of Nicole actually is. It's still gusty here, but we're not seeing those sustained 40 mile per hour winds, anywhere from 20, 25 across some of our neighborhoods. But yes, you are definitely seeing those sheets of rain getting pushed across much of the area. Taking a look, those river levels are pretty low, so all of that water still has to go down them, but it has room to fill up. So let's take a look at the latest river stage into the Peace River in Arcadia. Now that flood stage at 11. Right now we're at 6.06 feet. It will be rising, but right now there's no flood out there currently, and it's just going to be in that action stage.